Hello and welcome to my Keto Kitchen. I'm Victoria. Today I am bringing you my revised version of my new standard keto flour. This version has been tested by you and it's been tested by myself. I got this version of the flour by listening to all of the concerns, all of the experiences, and I got to see what needed to change, even though when I create these flours, the basis of it is more scientific on the absorbency power and other powers within the different ingredients, but nothing beats experience. You can read it in a book all day, but you need to be hands-on to know exactly how it's going to work for the everyday person in their home or in their bakery, wherever you're using it at. Experience is key. So that's where this recipe is coming from. This is not super sciencey this time because the beginning was, and then we moved to experience. So today I want to bring you my revised version of my new standard keto flour that I have listened to concerns. I have remade things in my kitchen. I wanted to get it just right. So this is down to the gram from experience. So let's get started. The first thing that we need is an empty bowl and a gram scale. It needs to weigh in grams. It's vital. Do not use cup amounts for this flour. It will not work. It will not be its absolute best, okay? You don't want to use cups. I put that information in the description box and on the recipe card for cups, how many cups, because people will ask me, please put it in cups. I don't know why, because I do not recommend you ever making this flour in cups. It will not be the same every time. It will be different. It will not be right. It will be off. Somewhere it will be off. You want to use a scale, use a gram scale. It will be just right every single time. So I have my scale, I have my bowl, and let's begin with bamboo fiber. Now, we have bamboo fiber. Some of you cannot get your hands on bamboo fiber, but you can get your hands on oat fiber. So, let me tell you the difference. I, by far, would rather have bamboo fiber, but many of you cannot get bamboo fiber, and you've asked me, can I just use oat fiber? I have oat fiber. Yes, you can. Now, 3 cups of oat fiber is 228 grams. So, if you want to use oat fiber and you can't get a hold of bamboo fiber, use oat fiber. You need 228 grams of oat fiber. However, I am going to use bamboo fiber. This is way better. This is 192 grams. However, that is 3 cups of either one. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. But now you know how much oat fiber to use for this recipe if you can't get a hold of bamboo fiber. Second option we have, I am beginning to prefer almond flour. It's aesthetically pleasing when I post thumbnails and things like that. However, I still use the pecan flour. I have it in my pantry. I'll use that one. But of the almond flour, you want 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups of almond flour is 168 grams. However, if you want to use pecan flour, you need 135 grams. This is both 1.5 cups. So I am going to go with almond flour, and I'm going to use 168 grams, which is 1.5 cups. Don't forget to reset your scale each time. Now, the remaining 2 ingredients is egg white protein powder and xanthan gum. These will be exactly the same no matter whether you pick oat fiber or whether you pick pecan flour, or you pick bamboo fiber, you pick almond flour, doesn't matter. These 2 ingredients will be exactly the same regardless of what you use. Of the egg white protein powder, we need 1/2 a cup, which is 60 grams. The biggest change to this flour, in my opinion, is going to be the amount of xanthan gum that we use. We only need to make this work and make this rise a beautiful, beautiful bread, As a matter of fact, I've showed you this before. This is the bread that I made with this flour mixture, reducing the xanthan gum and the fact that it is completely dry on the inside. So, of the xanthan gum, we are reducing it by about 18%. Now, we were using 12 grams. We will now be using 10 grams of xanthan gum, which might not seem like a lot, but xanthan gum is so powerful. Every gram will change your results. You also need to know that I took all of the xanthan gum out and made several recipes. And then I added 6 grams, which is only 2 teaspoons of xanthan gum. I made several of my recipes. Didn't like it. Then I moved on to 9 grams, made several of my recipes, and it was getting very close to what I was wanting. So I made the flour again, made it 10 grams, made the different recipes. It was so perfect that I would lay in my bed at night and actually dream of 10 grams of xanthan gum. This is how deep I have gotten into my keto flours. So we are using 10 grams of xanthan gum, which is 1 tablespoon. And no matter what mixture you choose and make yours with oat fiber, pecan flour, bamboo fiber, almond flour, whatever you choose, it will remain 10 grams of xanthan gum. I'm going to take it off the scale, and step 1, you want to whisk this. Do not rush this part because your xanthan gum is likely going to be stacked somewhere. You've got a stack of egg white powder and you've got a stack of your nut flour or whatever you want to use in this case. You need to carefully, thoroughly mix this, okay? It's vital that everything is exactly proportioned throughout the flour, exactly the same. You don't want to rush. This is very important. I really think this is where some people are having issues. It's because it's not being thoroughly mixed. So, watch this. And I'm going to mix this until I think everything looks exactly the same. Like there's no little chunk of almond flour here, no little chunk of xanthan gum. I am making sure that I am hand mixing this. Yeah, see, I just mixed in that corner and some bamboo fiber came up. I could see because it was extra white. Beautiful. Now, put the top on it and mix it again and again and again. I'm going to put it in my sealed container. And every time that I get this out of the pantry, I shake it. Now you can store this in the fridge if you want, that's fine. But every time I get it out before I use it, I still shake it. Now, with this mixture, if you use pecan flour, still not even a carb, it's not a carb per cup. So then when you go to serving size, which is 1/4 a cup, it would still be labeled 0 carbs per serving, which would be 1/4 of a cup. It's 3 carbs per cup if you use the almond flour. More information, more nutrition, things like that, macros, will be in the description box below. If I don't have it in the description box, then more than likely it'll be at the bottom of the recipe card. But whether you use the oat fiber or the bamboo fiber, it's still 3 cups of flour. It still divides the same with the pecan flour versus the almond flour. The numbers are still going to be the same. It's still going to be the same amount of carbs per cup because the fiber, 3 cups of fiber here, 3 cups of fiber here, still 0 carbs. Same thing. I hope this video was very informational. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you consider it very thorough. I got a lot of this from you, from your experiences, from my experiences. I took those things and I reworked what I had already worked on, but this is better. Your experiences tell me what needs to be changed, what needs to be altered, and you're right. So here it is. This is what you've told me needs to either change or something you've had an issue with. I pray this is a blessing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and you have a blessed day.